There we go. Oh, where's the jump? Got me a nice one. Ah, nah. Not what I thought it was. Out here on the shaky head. That hook set made it seem like it was nice, but it's just a little one. Kind of bad when you think a dink like that is a nice one. Just out here having fun though, you know. These little pond bass, they sure do have a lot of bite to them. Oop, I think there's a bite right there. Got him. Oh, that's even smaller than the last one. They like the shaky head though. See that hook set right in the top of the mouth? That's where you want it. Alright, so I thought it was recording. It wasn't. I'm just hooked up on this solid, probably 4.5 pounder. And that's a solid bass right there. That is a nice bass. I just hooked up on him. My phone says it's cooling. Its temperature reached too much and needs to cool down. I was telling that Texas rig, I caught that chunk. Oh, that's a nice bass. I'm gonna get that release for you. Here he is. Oop. And there he goes. She gone. That's a nice fish. Like I want to, but it's still a fun pond. There are nice ones in here though, as you can tell. Plus they got plenty of snake. Oops, there we go. Can I hold it in? Oh. Tiny one, but fun to catch. AP bass and got that monster on the black and blue jig. Nah, no hate towards him. He's one of my favorites. I got this one about 2.5. He choked that shaky head. We'll get that release. There she goes. I like. Catch and release. That's another one on that shaky head. If you're not fishing one, you need to. You know, the thing with Senkos and wacky rigging, this isn't that, but the thing with fishing with them is they're good, but even if you use O-rings, you go through a freaking pack in a day, you know, and they get expensive, and they work good, but I seem to have better luck on the shaky heads, and you can use one worm 3, 4 fish. I swear the bite's been consistent. As soon as I turn on that video camera, nothing. As soon as the temperature gets too hot or my battery runs out or whatever it may be, I swear them fish are gonna start biting. Maybe I got a few minutes left of video I can get up to. You didn't see that. That looks like a good location. I feel like I'll catch one. There we go. Oh! Oh man, it's not as big as I thought. Well, I don't know. Nope. He sure did feel like a nice one. It's a Texas rig for you. I swear, the way he hit it, it looked like a nice one. Felt like a nice one. I don't know, a good 1.5. Slaying the dinks, man. Just using these honey hole lures, 7-inch curly tail worms. They're good for really good Texas rig. And oh yeah, just in case you're wondering, these are not for human consumption apparently. You know, I was getting hungry. I wasn't sure, but I'm glad they included that shaky head for the time being. Just because I've been fishing it a lot today. Now I'm throwing a Texas rig. I'm sure y'all are tired of hearing me say it, but not much to talk about. Fish have been biting pretty decent today. There we go. Mostly small ones, but you know, every now and then a decent one. This is, of course, one of the really small ones. Man, that's a flare-sized bass. That one. All right, the key for today, I used a lot of shaky head and a little bit of Texas rig. The shaky head, I use a brown 4-aught. I think it's made by Owner, and it's a 1/4 ounce. If you can see that. And I just used the Zoom worms like that. That's the shaky head. And then for the Texas rig, I use these like I showed you earlier, and of course use the sliding Texas rig weight. But the key for me, I found, is use these little pegs and peg it about that far up, so the weight will just kind of stop. And so when it initially hits the bottom, it's down here and the bait's up, like, so it doesn't slide. You know, like that's the problem with Texas rigs. Sometimes it slides too much, and these pegs really, they make it so it's more manageable. So this is the setup I used for the shaky head, and that's the rod for the Texas rig. So I think tomorrow we're gonna try to do some wacky rigging with these Kevin Van Dam coffee scented. They're good. I like them actually better than the Yamamotos. And these little just wacky rig these Senkos, and The bite should be good. We'll see. I might make a video tomorrow. But yeah, thanks for watching.